If you keep doing what everyone else is doing, you will end up exactly where everyone will end up. Not broke, not rich, just stuck. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Most people don't lose because they lack talent. They lose because they are playing the game where winning isn't possible. Today, I will show you a single decision and the way smart people think that separate people who struggle forever from the people who break free early. The enemy isn't the risk. The enemy is symmetrical. Symmetrical bets look safe, but it quietly traps you. You risk years of life for outcome that barely moves the needle. That's not security, that's slow erosion. Taking asymmetrical bets in life. An asymmetrical bet is different. You risk little, but if it works, the upside is massive. If it fails, you can recover back. If it works, your entire trajectory of life changes completely. In wealth, freedom, leverage, they don't come from being right all the time. They come from being bold enough to make the right choice every single time when you bet. They come from being right once, where the upside erases every mistake before it. This isn't taught in school. Job don't reward it. Society quietly discourage it because asymmetrical thinking creates people who don't need permission, people who don't need approval, people who don't need salaries. So here are a few asymmetrical bets that I use and also all the billionaire, all the top people use. Number one, start a company. You risk time, you risk some money, some ego. You can fail multiple times, 6 times, 7 times. One success can buy back your entire life. The thing that I observed while making your own business or starting a company, it teaches you a lot of things about human behavior. It teaches you a lot of things about marketing, sales, negotiation, which is very, very important. So I believe that people who say bad about business, they are only focused on being a slave to the system. People who starts their company, they take massive risk, but in order to get that risk, they have enormous potential to grow. And it teaches you so much. So business is basically you are helping people to solve the problem. People say business is all about taking money from other people. I would argue to them that business is all about helping people. The more help you do and help people out, the value that you provide in the marketplace, as Elon Musk said, you will be paid in proportion to the value that you provide in the marketplace. The more value you provide to the marketplace, higher you will be paid. The bigger the problem you solve, higher you will be paid. So business is all about solving problems of human being community so that they can benefit from it. In reciprocity, they get paid. So that's why starting a company is one of the greatest asymmetrical bets in life. Number two, building a personal brand or writing online. This costs almost nothing. Like you just need a camera and speak and just post the content. That's it. One idea, one post, one video. Audience is like a leverage. We live in a attention economy. The more attention you can grab of the people, you can monetize those attention through brand deals or selling your own product. So that's why all the creators that you see today, Mr. Beast, Logan Paul, Andrew Tate, Iman Gadzhi, all those people have created a great audience and then they are selling their product to the audience. That's why we live in an attention economy. Personal brand gives you the leverage and it can give you multiple brand deals with equity where you start getting the ownership. So audience is leverage and leverage compounds. Number three, learning high leverage skills. Now what's high leverage skills? This bet takes months, sometimes years, but it compounds for decades. Learn to sell, learn to build. If you can do both, you will be unstoppable, as Naval said. Skills like coding, designing, storytelling, writing, content creation, communication, product sense, product market fit, finding right opportunities, pattern recognition. These are infinite leverage tools. They don't explain, they follow you everywhere. Number four, I am big believer of building relationship with smart, high integrity people. Relationships are long-term asymmetrical bets. You invest time and attention or maybe money. In return, you get trust, collaboration, and opportunity that compounds like capital. One alignment and one aligned relationship can outperform 10 years of grinding alone. You can found your co-founder, you can make your winning team, you can make great teams. So the downside here is temporary discomfort. You will be unconfident at starting, but if you can get that thing right, then the upside is lifetime better decision making. You will have more energy, you will have inner peace, and you will get a great team if you're building a company at the back end as well. So relationships, I believe, is one of the greatest thing that people underestimate. I will tell you my story, right? I met a millionaire. He's a multimillionaire. So I asked him while I was traveling with him. So while we were on the plane, I asked him this question. Like, what do you think is the most important thing? People say that money is important. People say that relationship is important. People say power is important. Where should we focus on? This is what I asked him. And then he asked me, what do you think is important? Then, me being me, I just told them that money is important. Then he said, no, money is not important. Even if you have money and you don't have power, let's say you don't have good people around you, what will you do with that money? I said, I can buy people. Then he said that even if you can buy people, they will not be loyal to you. You need real relationships. Then I asked him, maybe knowledge is important. Then he said, even if you have good knowledge, what will you do? You will have good knowledge. There are so many people out there who have great knowledge. What they are doing, they don't have network, they don't have money, so you cannot do anything. Then I asked him, power is important. If I get the power, then I can do anything. Then he said, even though if you have power and you don't have money, the people who have money will take over you. So you are not powerful enough and you will be controlled by them. Then at conclusion, I said, is it relationship? That's where he said, yes. If you have great relationships with good people, they can fund you, money will come. You can access knowledge because you will form a great team. You can get insight from the top people out there in any field. Then I asked him, power, what about power? He said that if you have great relationship with top people out there, the elites, all these power will be at your hand because you have the access to these people. So that's why relationship is one of the greatest asymmetrical bets. So try to invest your time, attention, if possible, in and position yourself consciously in that thing. Then number 5 is habits which are powerful, focusing on health, focus and clarity. The downside is temporary discomfort, but the upside is lifetime of better decision making, which creates a great trajectory of life. Having more energy, which gives you the ability to work harder and for the long term, for long periods of hour, which will give you which will make you a great person and will make you a great company. And with clarity comes inner peace. Once you're clear of what you want in life, the whole universe will bend to your will. That's how energy, vibration and frequency works. Health is a leverage for everything else. A weak body makes weak decision, no matter how smart you are. That's where health is very important. Number 6, play long-term game with long-term people. As Nawal said, short-term thinking gives linear results. Long-term alignment with trusted people creates exponential wealth, wisdom and freedom. Choose people you are happy to play a 20 years game with. Number 7, this is going on a dates. You will risk time, you will risk your mild vulnerability, maybe some money if you are going on a date as a man, or anyways. The upside, you will have great connection, you will find a growth partner, you will find a loving partner, you will find love, and most important, a life partner. So some of the biggest outcome in life comes from simply showing up. If you go on a dates and play the numbers game, eventually you're gonna find a girl that's really good. I'm not saying go on every girl and just do hookups. That's the bullshit that people are doing nowadays. But I'm saying go on a dates, be comfortable in your skin, and it gives you aura as well. It gives you the confidence to talk, to smile, be not slave of girls. Because most boys, I feel, when I see them, when they see a girl, they're like, and all of them talk about girls. I have seen so many people who only talks about girls because they are too desperate. But once you have lots of girls, if you know how abundance mindset works, is basically if you have lots of girls, you really don't give a fuck about one girl. There would be many girls because you have abundance and you have the ability to talk to anyone, and going on a date gives you that. So I believe this is one of the greatest asymmetrical bet. You will find a great partner. Invest early in startups. This is number 7. Maybe 8. Number 8. Invest in startups. Invest in early crypto projects. This is where the main asymmetrical bet can happen. right? Because your money, what you put in, is less. Let's say you invested in any crypto project when it was with $1,000, but the upside is getting 100K out of $1,000. That's where all the meme coin millionaires are built in the last few years. Crypto gives you the ability to do that. Investing in company early, small company. Just imagine you would have invested in ChatGPT or OpenAI back in 2021, back in 2022. You would have become billionaire by now. That's how Jake Paul did it. Jake Paul invested in a bunch of AI companies, Polymarket, all those big AI company you name off. He invested in 2022. On paper, every out of 15 company, 10 of his company are more than $1 billion valuation. So we can clearly see that through his attention, so I told you leverage, right? What I told you about leverage is attention, right? Making a personal brand. So what Logan Paul or Jake Paul did is they created that attention from entertaining people, and once they get the entertainment, they get the cash from YouTube, from different sources, building their own business. And then he started investing in AI companies, Polymarket, Khalsi. He invested in really top companies which has more than 15, maybe more, out of 15 company, 10 companies are more than $1 billion. So basically if he has equity in 1% in each, he's already a billionaire with his attention as well as with his equity. So that's why building a personal brand, which you guys are watching me there, if you are here till now, I guess you are really smart and you will be using these information, because even if I tell you these kind of things and you don't implement what I said, you won't get where you want to be and you are afraid of taking risk in life. So one of the things that I did was understanding about attention, understanding about crypto markets. So crypto has the highest, I believe, where you can get the greatest upside in meme coins or in leverage trading. So this isn't philosophy alone. If you are staying here till now, what I do inside Capital Blueprint, which is my community, we have seen asymmetrical bets play out in real number with our friends, with my community member. We found Shiba Inu when it was around 8.9 million. Now it's more than $100 million. Pepe we found when it was around 7.3 million. Now it's around 500-600 million or billion. Ponki we got around 1.3 million. Now it's around 70 million plus. VIF, which is dog with hair, we found it in 2 million back when Ansem was there. He made bunch of money with VIF. So now it's more than 50-60 million. Trump coin, we got around 6.7 million and it went to 80 billion. 80 billion is enormous. Then we went see Aster few months back. It was around 14 million back then. Now it's more than 100-200 million. So most bets fail and you just need one win. One win doesn't need permission. Before any decision, when you are taking asymmetrical bets and you are finding life, before any decision you make, just ask, if this fails, can I recover from it? And if it works, does it change my life? If the downside is survived and the upside is uncapped, that's where you take the bet and take asymmetrical bets. And if you want to learn how we find asymmetrical bets in crypto markets and invest early, DM me crypto on my Insta. We'll work together and I will see if we are a right fit for you. We make fewer bets, make smarter bets, let upside do the work for us. That's how crypto taught me taking asymmetrical bets in life is where the magic happens. So yes, have a good night. Thank you.
If you stayed along, do like, subscribe and put your notifications on.